I sat at the dining table, watching my daughter, Lily, laugh beside her husband, Daniel. They looked like the perfect couple, effortlessly in sync, the kind of connection most people only dream of. I should have felt joy witnessing their happiness. Instead, a quiet ache spread through my chest. I'd been married to Richard for over 25 years, yet I couldn't recall the last time we'd laughed like that. He sat across from me, eyes glued to his phone, barely noticing the dinner I placed in front of him. The intimacy we once shared, late-night talks, lingering touches, had vanished, leaving behind only routine and silence. I had convinced myself this was just how things go after so many years. But lately, Daniel's presence had begun to stir something unexpected in me. He was always charming and respectful, but there was a new tension in the air. His glances held something heavier, more intense. I tried to brush it off. He was my son-in-law, married to my daughter. Still, when our hands touched briefly as I passed him the salad, a jolt ran through me. It was wrong, I knew. But I couldn't ignore it. After dinner, Lily and Daniel went upstairs, and Richard disappeared into his study, as usual. I stayed back to clean and noticed Daniel's phone buzzing on the table. The screen lit up with a message: "Can't wait to see you tonight. I've missed you." The name was just an initial, R. My heart dropped. It wasn't from Lily. And I knew, in that instant, I wasn't misreading it. That was a lover's message. I didn't open the phone, I couldn't justify it, but the words haunted me. Maybe it was innocent, I tried to tell myself. A misunderstanding. But the truth already had a grip on me. I'd been a wife long enough to recognize the signs. From that night on, everything changed. Daniel's touches lingered longer. His gaze held me just a second too long. He spoke to me differently, softer, more deliberately. And when he came home late one night, disheveled and perfumed in a scent that wasn't Lily's, I didn't need to ask where he'd been. Still, I said nothing. One evening, Lily was out and Richard was working late. I was alone in the study when I heard footsteps. Daniel entered, casual, calm. "Mind if I join you?" he asked. "It's your house," I replied. "Is it?" His voice was low, unreadable. He sat close. Too close. The silence between us grew heavy, electric. "You don't talk to me anymore," he said. "I've been busy." He smiled like he didn't believe me. "You saw the message, didn't you?" My breath caught. "So he knew. You haven't told Lily. That means you're either protecting her or me." I tried to shut it down, to distance myself. "Whatever you're hiding, it's none of my business." But he leaned in, his voice dropping. "Is that what you really think?" Then, without warning, he reached for my hand. Just a touch, light, barely there, but it was enough to unravel me. "Tell me to stop," he whispered. I should have. I meant to. But I didn't, and when his lips finally met mine, it wasn't tender or sweet. It was desperate, intense, two people crashing through a boundary they never should have approached. When I finally pulled away, gasping, all I could say was, "This is wrong." "Maybe," he said, "but you didn't stop me." For days after, I avoided him. The guilt was crushing. Every time Lily smiled or spoke his name, it hollowed me out. I had crossed a line I never thought I would. And yet, the memory of that night clung to me. Daniel, on the other hand, didn't hide. If anything, he became bolder, touches, glances, soft provocations. He knew what we'd shared, and he knew I hadn't forgotten. Then came the breaking point. One evening, Lily and Daniel stood in the kitchen, laughing together like nothing had changed. He wrapped his arm around her waist so naturally, so effortlessly. Watching them, I realized something painful. I had been nothing but a temporary thrill for him. A distraction. A game. Later that night, I went to him. "You need to stop." He raised an eyebrow. "Now you regret it?" "I should have regretted it the moment it happened," I said, "but I didn't. And that's what scares me." He moved toward me again, but this time I stepped back. "You never wanted me. You wanted to see if you could break me." He was silent, something flickering in his expression, guilt, maybe, or regret. "But I didn't care anymore. You have a choice," I told him. "Be the man Lily believes you are. But I won't be part of your lie." He asked what would happen if he couldn't stop thinking about me. "Then that's your burden," I said. "Not mine." I left the room with my heart pounding, not because I knew everything would be okay, but because I knew I'd finally made a choice, for myself, and for my daughter. I couldn't undo what happened. But I could choose not to be his mistake again.